wanted to share with you some cool canoe trip resources that I came across while I was doing some canoe trip research. My buddies and I are planning on doing the Missinaba, the Lièvre, and the Chacocoan rivers this summer, going into September. So I've been poking around a little bit looking for some sources, and I came across this website, which is sort of a historical website from Parks Canada, where they archive all of the historical materials that have been released by Parks Canada. I don't know if it's done by Parks Canada employees or whether it's done just by some enthusiasts. But anyway, it's parkscanadahistory.com, and it's an absolute treasure trove of historical information if you like that sort of thing. So one of the documents I found in here is this kind of booklet from 1977, and it's a series, so they've got books for all parts of Canada, and it's basically wild rivers and canoe rivers. So well, here it says actually from 1980, so maybe it's not 1977, but it's got pictures and stuff. And then basically it covers off, so this is the Quebec one, covers off these rivers, but this also covers a bit of Eastern Ontario. There's some basic information, some cool maps, and then it basically goes through each of the rivers one by one, explains the geography and the flora and fauna and the history, but then it actually goes through a description of the canoe trip. So it's sort of like, the 1980 or 1970s version of Kevin Callan's Canoe Routes books. Here's one, the James Bay and Hudsons Bay one, which is pretty cool. So you can see it covers the Severn, the Fawn, the Attawapiskat, the Albany, the Ogoki, but it also covers the Missinaba right down to the Moose River here in Ontario. So that's something that we're thinking about doing. That you got it here. So this is based on a survey, a high water, when it was high water in July 1973. So that's important to know. It has the different access points, and like I say, a description of the geography, the flora, fauna, the history, and then it runs through the sections of the river. So I've already done the Peterbell to sort of just upriver of Matisse section, and this summer we're looking at doing Matisse down to Bells Bay, and taking a plane out from there, and then maybe next year we'll finish it going down to the Moose River and onto Moosonee. So that's a pretty cool resource, and it's kind of cool to read, these descriptions of it. But I also, if you poke around, you can find this document, and believe it or not, this is from 1930. So these are canoe trips from 1930, and it starts off with, these are great, the 10 Commandments for canoeists. So nice to have some campfire guidance as the first commandment. Nice to have sort of a leave no trace thing as the second commandment. Third commandment is to know how to swim and do first aid, so that's good. Then you get some funny ones. Don't sit or lie on bare ground. I guess that's good advice. And to scout your rapids, that's cool. Don't have too heavy a packs, 40 pounds. I don't know if everybody stays under 40 pounds in their packs. Avoid rough weather, that's good. Make a camp before dark, that's cool. And then learn how to make simple meals over a campfire, great advice. And then make sure you have competent guides if you're in unfamiliar territory. So those are pretty interesting commandments. But it does then go through different routes, and you can see all kinds here. They've got 3 routes that go through Algonquin Park. They've got 2 routes that go through Temagami. They've got lots of Rainy Lake and even some Quetico routes. So that's cool. And they, of course, have Missinaba. You get 1 paragraph on each of the sections, that were covered in the 1980 or 1970s one that came across. And then at the back of this booklet is the canoe cruise outfit. So this is hilarious. So you've got kneeling cushions, and you've got a candle lantern, flannelette sheets, you've got maybe a silk tent, a ground cloth, camera and film. But then check out the cook outfit, coffee pot, 3 saucepans and pails, a frying pan, a can opener, um, 2 granite cups, candles and tins of matches and forks and knives. That's quite a kitchen kit. And then you've got canvas patches, tacks and nails, wire, twine, and then check out the food itself: loaves of bread, butter and lard, and condensed milk, and pickles and prunes, and soup tablets, and everything else. And then in the personal equipment, a felt hat, a sweater, duck trousers. Anyway, pretty hilarious to see what they recommend there for canoe trips in 1930. They've also got these booklets that cover the whole country. I did look through the Quebec Canoe Trips one because, like I say, we're doing the Lièvre and the Chacoquin rivers, I hope, this summer. But I didn't find them in here. And in fact, I don't even know if all the routes in here you can still do, because, of course, they dammed up a lot of the northern rivers after 1930. So kind of interesting to look through. I must get one of Kevin Callan's books and go through and compare it and see if these routes even exist anymore. Anyhow, so that's a little discovery that I made. I'll put the URLs in the description so that you can link right to them if you're interested. And I hope you found this as interesting as I did. Take care. Have a great paddling season. We'll see you out there.